Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be trading my new horse I bought in the last video, Peppermint, and while trading I'm going to be reading some Reddit club horror stories. So I'm going to start off here in Moreland. Also guys, I'm going to be reading Raw Racing, so if I mess up or fail, don't judge me please. But let's go ahead and start off with the first Reddit story. I was in a quote-unquote popular racing club in my server, and it was the last time I've been in a club. But as soon as I joined, I was told to lose contact with my friends from my old club. Like a day later, they randomly demanded me to get on a Discord call and they were being so hostile to me and rude. Because they got mad I kept one friend who was my best friend. I feel like I was being attacked. Now I'm scared to join any club because of that reason. I have heard this before where clubs get very weirdly territorial. If you're still in cahoots with your old club. To me, that says you're a good person. If you can still be on good terms with the club that you left, you know what I mean? But that's good that they left that club because that honestly sounds very toxic in a way. Club owner would get really mad if we called her anything but Mirina, my queen. I watched her go on a full rant about how she sacrificed so much for the club and she deserved respect. I left, logged off, closed my laptop, and walked away. That was enough interaction with internet strangers for the day. Period. Staying on business. She also kicked out a person because she was jealous they got the new horse that just came out while her parents wouldn't buy her star coins and said they were rubbing it in by riding it and none of us are allowed to ride new horses she wants before her. Girl, that's crazy. She called another member a traitor for getting first in the champ she was only second in and that they should have thrown the win away because she deserves it as the club owner. And all this was in the span of 2 weeks. Chica was loca. It's I don't know what it is with some clubs. Obviously this isn't all clubs, okay? Disclaimer, this isn't all clubs, okay? There are really good clubs out there. I've been in very good clubs before. But of course there are some toxic clubs where, I don't know, the owners or the club leaders or co-owners or whatever you want to call them, they get this weird hierarchy thing where they think they're better than the other members. I don't know, it's weird. Because at the end of the day, we're just playing this pixel pony game. No one's better than no one. Let's be for real. I feel an actual really nice club owner would be happy that you got to get the new horse, or that you have star coins, or that you got first place in a championship, not be jealous of you. I was doing dressage in a call and the person who was instructing us got really pissed off and started yelling at us in the call for quote, not being perfect like the other dressage clubs on YouTube, end quote. A couple of us were slow because of ping issues. Yeah, I quickly left that dressage club and blocked everyone, LMAO. Guys, I used to love doing dressage back in the day, back in 2016, 2017 era. It was so fun because everyone was doing it for fun. And then dressage just kind of became competitive and not more of a for fun type thing. I remember taking a little mini break just for a few months off the star stable, and I came back and I joined a dressage club and they were it was so serious. Star stable is supposed to be a for fun thing, not a serious making you feel bad about yourself type game. This happened maybe on an old account when I was younger. I remember joining a random club because I got an invite and was naturally curious to check it out. The club was okay as I attended the quote-unquote meeting they had that day and was officially approved for it. Maybe the third day in or so, I was just doing my daily races and it was fairly early in the morning. 5 a.m. because it was summer. I barely remember where it was in the map, but it was definitely near Fort Pinta when I ran into a fellow member in the... Guys, this race is so hard to do while reading, oh my gosh. I barely remember where it was in the map, but it was definitely near Fort Pinta, where I ran into a fellow member in the club leader or something like that. I was so happy to see them, but it quickly faded when the leader started to frantically question why I was there. Even after trying to explain, they got really angry with me for quote-unquote interfering with a private discussion. Even after I left that spot trying to think about why they were so mad, I got lots of angry messages in global pointed at me and nobody was really online to see this happen. I would have logged off or closed chat until the member said something of, quote, stop trying to spy for said club, end quote. Turns out they had an imaginary rival club and I guess they quote-unquote stole some members from them and were very afraid some members wanted to spy on them since they were actually trying to come up with ways to disrupt that club. It was very strange and I've never actually joined a club since. I think it's so sad that so many clubs ruin such a fun thing. Like, I've heard so many stories where people tell me like, yeah, I've had bad experiences with like this club or that club, and now ever since then, like, I don't like joining clubs. Like, if you find a really nice club, like, clubs can be really fun actually. Like, I've been in so many fun clubs, and I'm so sad, like, some people, like, it just gets ruined for them, and like they never want to join a club again because like it's like traumatizing sometimes. Some people are mean. But that's crazy. A rival club? I don't know, that's crazy. That makes me like wonder, like, what happened? Like, how are they trying to disrupt this other club? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel a little nosy. Like, I just want to know. Back in the old days on Windstar, I was a part of a club called Red Arrows Legacy. Owner decided to change the name to something me and the club leader thought was ugly, plus deleting and remaking the club seemed unnecessary for nothing but a name change. So when she deleted the club to change the name and re-invite everyone, we immediately remade Red Arrows Legacy and re-invited everyone before she could. I had to have been like 13 at the time, but we stole this poor girl's whole club because we thought the new name was lame. Now I just leave the club, but hey, we were kids, lol. That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, that's so funny. Poor girl, like, she just wanted to change the name. When I first started playing the game, a club owner almost immediately began asking me to join. As an easily swayed kid, I joined and didn't think much of it. After playing for an hour or so, the owner began sending me non-stop mail telling me to recruit other people and to stay in Moreland to help her advertise. I was level 1 on a level 4 horse, so I just wanted to quest and actually play the game, so I left the club hoping that got her to stop. Nope. She began following me around Moreland and Fort Pinta, asking me why I left and to rejoin, sending constant club invites. I got so scared of her stalking that I logged off the game and waited a few days before trying again. Thankfully, she wasn't there, but after a few hours of playing, she spotted me in Fort Pinta and started following me again. Almost immediately, I logged off and cried because I was a scared kiddo. Thankfully, I was able to figure out how to switch servers and never saw her again. Guys, this reminds me when I was younger, this also happened to me, like in like Fort Pinta. This girl kept chasing me around, telling me to join her club, and I kept saying no, but she kept chasing me everywhere and I just logged off. And obviously that was before you could turn off club invites, and this was also before I knew how to block people, so I like just didn't play for a few days.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
No, I have to pause reading because this race is too hard to do while reading on like a separate screen. Less crazy and more sad, but when I started playing around 2013, 2014 I think, so I was pretty young still, I joined the club because it seemed fun and it genuinely was. Unfortunately for me, even online, I'm an introvert. Girl, same, me too. I can relate. I don't talk much. I did talk of course, but not as much as they did. Maybe 2 months after I joined, I got mail in the game that said the club was disbanded, but that maybe down the line they'd bring it back, and for now, go ahead and join a new club. The mail was addressed as if it was sent to everyone who was a member. It wasn't. I remember messaging the old club leader a few times about if the club was coming back, and each time she'd tell me she didn't know. Another member, clearly taking pity on me, later sent me a letter saying she felt awful that the club never disbanded, that multiple people just didn't want me in it anymore because I was too shy. Broke my 14-year-old heart. I think what's worse is that the club was genuinely so chill, no rules outside of the obvious, no club horse or outfit, no if you miss so-and-so you'll be kicked out, etc. We just explored together and occasionally would use the picnic areas. I never joined a club again, but I did occasionally hang out with the girl who told me the truth. And now at 26, clubs annoy me. Not because of the experience, just because of what they've turned into. I also just prefer playing on my own. So I made a club so the invites would stop, LMAO. Guys, that is so sad. If I was younger and that happened to me, I don't think I would ever touch the game again. Like, as a player from 2012, like, the way clubs have changed is crazy. Like, nowadays, like, hangout clubs have these, like, attendance points, and it's like, I can get from a standpoint where it's like, you don't want a non-active club, but like if it's an adults club and like you're like getting people like strikes and stuff because they missed like a hangout when they have like real jobs, or like for example, like I'm in college, so like I don't always have free time for clubs, you know what I mean? Also, back to the story, you know what, W that one girl that sent the OP the mail, like she's a real one for telling her the truth. Like, well guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any club horror stories, please let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!